Nepal is known by many Americans as an exotic tourist destination. From serious mountain climbers to casual trekkers, this tiny country calls to visitors from around the world. With Mount Everest, the highest point on our planet, on its northern border, to the fertile plains of its southern regions, Nepal is an adventurer's paradise. But this is the story of a different kind of adventure, one that began with a photo of a tiny baby.
I saw a picture of my daughter for the first time in May 2004. She was a few weeks old, wrapped in rags with a turned-up nose and a fist in the air. My first thought was, she's got spunk, and I fell in love. My second thought was, where in the world is Nepal? I knew nothing about this small country landlocked between China and India. I found it on a map, and 3 months later found myself on a plane heading for Kathmandu. I thought that the adoption would be completed in 2 months. Little did I know that 2 months would turn into 2 years. I had no idea what to expect as the plane landed.
Slightly larger than the state of Arkansas, which has a population of 3 million, Nepal has over 29 million people. Many Nepalese live in small villages scattered throughout the Himalayan mountains. The most populated area is the Kathmandu Valley, the center of political, cultural, and business life. Nepal is among the poorest and least developed countries in the world, with almost 1/3 of its population living below the poverty level, and with a staggering 42% unemployment rate. There are many obstacles placed between the people of Nepal and prosperity. Women and children are especially at risk. They are kept from achieving their potential by a number of social and religious barriers. Here are some startling statistics. Nepal has a 6% infant mortality rate, 10 times higher than that of the U.S. Women don't receive the prenatal care that they need, and infants may die due to starvation, insufficient medical treatment, or contaminated water. Less than 1/3 of women can read or write. Education is costly in Nepal. Even government schools charge tuition. Since arranged marriages are the norm, and women are seen solely as potential wives, families are much less likely to spend money to send their daughters to school than they are their sons. No one knows how many thousands of young Nepali women and girls are sold, kidnapped, and enticed into India's sex trade each year. As many as 15,000 young girls a year disappear into this nightmarish life. A majority of the Nepalese girls bought and brought from their villages end up as captives in India's brothels. What puts women and children at such a disadvantage in Nepal? A primary obstacle to personal freedom is the caste system. No longer legal but still permeating the culture, people are born into specific castes that dictate every aspect of their lives. What kind of work they are able to perform, access to education, and legal protections. Carmen Berry and others who have a heart for Nepal are launching a new work called Hope Partnership Nepal. In spite of the obstacles, or maybe because of them, we are investing ourselves into the hopes and dreams of the Nepalese trapped in hopelessness and wasted potential. The goal of Hope Partnership Nepal is to increase awareness in the international community about the current situation in Nepal while offering resources, volunteers, and friendship to Nepalese individuals, charitable organizations, and churches already hard at work making a difference for their own people.
When I fell in love with Janae, I was given the opportunity to fall in love with a country. Maybe a better way to say it is this. In the time I spent in Nepal, I met strangers who are now some of my dearest friends. When something happens in this tiny country on the other side of the globe, it happens to people I love. My dream is that you will open your heart and care about a friend you've yet to meet, that you'll hear the cries of the children and be an answer to the prayers of their mothers, that you'll help us find ways of expanding the opportunities and protecting the dignity of women and children in Nepal. Together, we really can make a difference. Now is the time to change someone else's life.